No sé, no, estoy muy feliz y con esperanza, por fin. La primera vez en nue- 94 se me hace, fue una injusticia y hoy un milagro está, es como un milagro, no sé más que decir. You wanted to ask me a question?
She can take questions in English.
You know, during the trial, the second trial, the defense was stripped of their entire defense, and it was an injustice. Their decision, the judge's decision, it was unjust. And today, Judge Michael Jessic followed the law, followed reasoning, and gave a hopeful resolution to this finally, after 35 years.
Dan, what did you tell Judge Jessic today? And I mean, obviously he heard your message. What did you tell him? Why?
I asked him to be merciful because they have transformed themselves from the dark days when they were early on, when they were first sentenced to prison without hope, in despair, and from that they have blossomed into incredible human beings. They are remarkable men, and they are strong individuals, and all they want is to service and to help and to create positive consequences to every action. That's all they want. And I am 150% sure that when they are released, they will continue on that path. None of us believe that it would be anything less.
And I was just saying, if and when they're released, what would they like to do with their futures?
Continue giving service back to the community, helping other programs, widening the scope of the programs that they have going at Donovan, and servicing the same programs, growing that into other prisons as well.
So the beautification project.
Yes, yes. The green, yes, exactly.
Can we give the floor to Honoré?
Hmm?
Can we give the floor to Honoré?
Yes. I would like to, at this point, give the floor to Honoré.
Sweet. Great job, sweetie. Great.
Hello, everyone. My name is Honoré Brown, Anerae Brown, like the color. I'm the person they refer to as X-rated. Um, there's a lot of information out there about my personal experience being incarcerated with Lyle and Eric, ultimately having them come to be mentors for me, and even me becoming a sponsor for Eric as a life prisoner with 31 to life, becoming a youthful offender, seeing the laws change, and ultimately being freed. Doing the CRA exam myself, going through the board myself, I can assure everyone here that the brothers will do a great job when they get to board. I'm very proud of them for continuing in this way to lead. When I say that they're leading, what I mean is that the fact that they pursued so many different rehabilitative opportunities, that they instituted different programs and made it this far, is going to produce a sort of hope in a hopeless environment that people have never seen. And I know those jaded types who would like to say that this is some special thing and it doesn't apply to everyone. Me standing here being free is a statement to the contrary on that. it is in fact going to have a positive impact on that environment. People who wouldn't have went to rehabilitative programs, who wouldn't have done self-help because they were hopeless, can now believe that if they do the right things and that they do it with great consistency, that they can see a positive outcome similar to this. And so this is a victory for restorative justice. This is a victory for other people who have changed their lives in that hopeless circumstance, and will have an opportunity to be able to go to board themselves if they keep doing the right thing.
I have a question. If you had not met Lyle and Eric in prison, do you think you would still be in prison?
I would still be in prison, in my humble opinion. I believe that the behaviors that I was engaging in as a gang member, as somebody who was hopeless with a life sentence, I believe that I would have made my change as a result of the implementation of the law, like a lot of people have done. And ultimately, they're still there because their change can be questioned. When there's positive reinforcement, I don't like to tell people that I have something good for them when I ask them if they would like to participate, because if they knew, they might only accept the opportunity for the reward. So I like the fact that, you have people who make a decision to change, and it's an inherent thing. And I had that opportunity, and I believe that if not for Lyle and Eric, I may not have believed that for myself as early as I did, to allow me to have already been living that life when the law changed, instead of being motivated after it changed. I'll take anything that'll cause someone who's done something horrible to sincerely want to change their lives. Whatever we can do to tip that domino for them, I'll take it. However, for those who decided to do it when there was no hope, I think that's a greater statement about the sincerity of their change.
I'm curious what you thought of their statements today. This is the first time the public has been able to hear from them during these hearings. What did you hear when they spoke?
As someone who communicates with them frequently and still has spent more time with Lyle and Eric than I have with my mother, even though I've been free for 7 years, right? I knew that about them, that they had accepted responsibility, that they, even in an itemized way. So I thought I was more happy that they had an opportunity for other people to hear it, because it's a very consistent thing with them.
So what was it like for you to hear the DA consistently pounding them that they hadn't accepted responsibility when you knew that they already had? What was that like?
That was very challenging for me, but I think it was rewarding, the fact that after they had given an itemized statement of their insight, their remorse, very specific, what they were remorseful for, what they had insight for, how they felt about how it impacted the family, for him to stand up and still repeat the fact that they had no insight, that they didn't understand and weren't accepting responsibility, highlights the fact that there was nothing that anyone could say that would have changed their tune. That was their song, and they were going to sing it.
You're gonna have the last word.
All right, thank you.